Nad is a writer.
Yes.
I'm not really
Congratulations.
one. So just for the people who are more like me. So you're writing, but did you have like a plan, a general outline, like, or did you say, okay, by the ending of this month, I need to be at this chapter? Did you put a time frame or a schedule to it, or how did you do this?
I couldn't for this book, and the reason in part is because I'd written the first iteration when I was 21. When I came back to it, I realized it was absolute trash. And I thought there's now cell phones, there's now home computers, there's internet, there's all these things that can enhance the storytelling that I need to just go back and find a way to insert it.
Okay.
And what was about 280 pages became almost 1,700 pages of typed manuscript, which I subdivided into the 3 books. So the discipline part was about when I am writing, it's time to write, and I'm not going to do anything else. There will be no cell phone in the room, there will be no interruptions, and my family was amazing to give me that time when I could eke it out.
That's amazing.
I'm with them. That's exactly how you get your thoughts onto the paper and you get it into a book format.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
well,
I commend you because
It's
is
hard
a
work.
discipline, and I think that a lot of people don't understand how hard it is to be an author because it really is a discipline. Right?
well, you're in the journey, I can tell.
Yes.
And definitely, I know that without the support of family giving you that quiet time to just go off and hide in a little room somewhere to do it, it's never going to happen.
That's right.
So then talk to us about, you've typed the end. Okay, now you've got whatever. Say you have 300 pages or a little bit more. Now what do you do with it to get to here? How did you choose that publisher?
That's a great question. So when I was finished, that was the immediate realization moment of I haven't got a clue how to actually find somebody to help me with this. And so what I had to do then was make a game plan, and that's where the discipline really started.
Okay.
For me as an author was figuring out how to get this to the marketplace.
Right.
So I made a 1.5-year program divided into 6 months. The first 6 months was write query letters to agents, knowing that they might take 6 months to reject or accept.
Right.
Because they're slow. They're inundated. They have a lot thrown at them. If that didn't work out, my next part was to look for unsolicited manuscript options with various publication houses that won't require you to bring an agent on board. And if that wasn't going to work, then I would have self-published.
Okay,
And
so
that would
those
have been
are the
the next arc, but I never had to get to the next arc. The first 6 months was grueling. I actually rewrote the start of book 1 30 times.
30 times?
Yeah, because every agent had a different querying process. Some wanted the first 3 paragraphs, some wanted the first 50 pages, and you then realize, oh my God, I have to make this impactful, but also resonate with the later part of the story. And I can tell
I'm
you,
blown
Nobody
away.
is
I had
sure.
no idea.
So you didn't have a book
Holy
coach or
Moses.
anything? You just
oh
did it.
no,
Okay.
no, and maybe a lot of people could benefit from that, but I only tried once to sit down with an editor, and what I learned very quickly is they wanted to set the table in a very different way than I did. What this person wrote was lovely, beautiful, but it wasn't my book anymore.
That's right.
And I thought, no, I can't do that, and it won't make me happy. And so I let that experience sort of just go past. I started listening to advice that various agents gave me. Out of the 124 agents that I wrote in 6 months, so I rewrote that query letter many times, I got about 65 responses, which were no's.
Which were no's,
They
but
were
at
all
least
no's.
they got back to you.
Yeah, they, well, yes, they did. And about 20 of them actually gave really good advice on why it didn't hit with them. Yeah. And so that's why I just kept going back to the drawing board. Yeah. But then the 6 months expired and I thought, nope, I'm moving on. I'm not going to allow myself to be frustrated. Yeah. There are lots of companies that are in the fantasy, sci-fi space that open up submissions for a period of time. Sometimes it's a day.
Yeah. Okay.
And so I calendared all of that previously, and then I hit the ground running, and within about I want to say 7 weeks, I had 3 contract offers.
Wow.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
That's
Yeah, thank you.
perseverance.
Yeah.
Good for you.
So then it was about, okay, who can get this to the largest market?
And who did you end up going with?
So I'm with Austin Macaulay Publisher. They are initially, they're in Canary Wharf in London.
Okay.
But they also have publication house in Cambridge in the UK, New York City, and Sharjah in the United Arab Emirates.
Excellent. You,
yeah.
Look at you.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is wildly successful.
Well,
That's
you know,
wonderful.
No, it's
just-
but
I'm never
first
sure
though,
about that.
But the fact that these books are going out to that many, so now
Yeah.
it's about the marketing. Have you figured out the marketing yet, or is it the same publishing
is.
house that's going to do that?